Dark feminine energy isn't about being mysterious for attention. It's about knowing your effect and using it intentionally. The most magnetic women aren't chasing anyone. They're mastering perception. She speaks slowly.
Here's why being in your dark feminine energy requires you to master using silence as a response. When you are a woman that is embodying your dark feminine energy, there is an aura of power and self-respect that surrounds you. And people feel energy.
Always be willing to walk away. When you're always willing to walk away, and I'm talking about from anybody and anything, ooh, girl, your life gonna get real good.
When women can't reach you, when they can't see themselves in you, they don't clap for you. They envy, they sabotage, and they hate. Here's the truth. Most people are average, okay? Average income, average in looks, average in ambition. That middle bell curve, that's where most people are. And people want to be around people that are like them. So when you show up above average, you begin making people feel uncomfortable. Every above average woman experiences this, especially if you're a triple threat. So beauty, intellect, and your essence. God forbid you're above average in all three. For you, sorrows and prayers. Look at Beyonce. Look at Nicki Minaj. The more perfect you seem, the more polarizing you are. And if you've ever noticed that pretty girl with the good graces, she has the social currency to flourish in any social environment, right? But why is she solo? There's something about her that makes her isolated because of the fact that something in her is unattainable to be like. Something in her is no longer relatable because of the fact that she is now above average. When you are above average, you are simply not relatable, and you cannot compete where you do not compare. Most people know this. When you show up fully and authentically and your best qualities are showing, you hold up a mirror to other people on themselves, and then the cognitive dissonance kicks in because, again, they need to feel relatable to everything around them because everyone needs to be the same. And when you're not the same as them, they don't know how to move with that because you are now unattainable. This is why I talk about transmutation of energy, transmuting that emotion, because people waste their time and their energy trying to tear other people down when you can be using that as fuel to make your life better, to make yourself better. And most women stay in shame and fear, and it blocks them from elevation.
Dark feminine energy isn't about being mysterious for attention. It's about knowing your effect and using it intentionally. The most magnetic women aren't chasing anyone. They're mastering perception. She speaks slowly, moves deliberately. She leaves space for every sentence because silence is seductive. She doesn't explain. She implies. You guys, there's always something in New York. You gotta always watch my back. Anyway, she implies. Her presence makes people question if they impressed her. That's power, not noise. When she enters a room, she doesn't demand power. she redirects it. She knows her tone, her gaze, her stillness. They're all tools. And the secret? She doesn't perform feminine energy. She embodies it so deeply, it feels like control. That's why people stare. They can't figure out if they want to be her or survive her. She doesn't chase. She doesn't prove. She just exists. That's enough. In the chat, I want you to drop a black heart and a candle if your silence started doing the talking. That's feminine energy. Calm, lethal, unforgettable. Follow me before this disappears and I never see you again. Save this post before it disappears. Follow me so we can see each other again. But anywho, I gotta go. I'm running late. Almost. Anywho, I love you. Mwah.
Here's why being in your dark feminine energy requires you to master using silence as a response. When you are a woman that is embodying your dark feminine energy, there is an aura of power and self-respect that surrounds you. And people feel energy. They understand energy intuitively. And so when somebody crosses a boundary, when someone blatantly disrespects you, you need to immediately cut off their access to your energy, cut off their access to you. You need to completely disengage and detach from that person. And there is nothing disengaging and nothing detaching about sending a paragraph about how you're gonna block them and how they disrespected you and, you know, how wrong they are. They know and they didn't care. So if you want to level yourself up, level up your energy, you have to be so unwavering with the boundaries that you've set in place. People that want to be around you and that are going to be in your energy need to be people that you don't have to explain to and teach human basic decency and respect for a woman too. And so when somebody crosses a boundary, you detach, you disengage, and you pull back your energy. It is such a privilege to be in the energy of a woman that is in her dark feminine energy. Her presence alone empowers the people around her. Her presence alone is energetic currency. So if you truly want to embody your dark feminine energy, you're going to have to master your emotions. You're going to have to learn how to not engage with energy that is supposed to trigger you, energy that is supposed to bring you down from your queen energy, energy that is meant to test your boundaries. We don't give people like that our attention. We don't give them any kind of energy. They are iced out and never allowed back in. They can apologize, they can beg, they can grovel for all I care. But while a woman that is in her dark feminine energy is gracious enough to forgive, she is also strong enough to continue to uphold her boundaries and to never allow somebody that disrespected her in the first place to ever have that kind of access to her energy ever again.
Always be willing to walk away. When you're always willing to walk away, and I'm talking about from anybody and anything, ooh, girl, your life gonna get real good. Secret is coming out. When you're willing to walk away from anybody and anything, if it starts to wreak havoc in your life, girl, your life gonna get real good. Fast. It's gonna get real good fast. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Okay? For example, I recently had to walk away from this guy that I had just met him. But we were flirting for a minute outside of a store, and he was still finishing up his transaction. And I said, you know what? If he wants me, guess what? He'll stop what he's doing because he's about to ruin the style and the image that you used to. I look funny, but girl, I'm making money. I walk off, and you know what he did? 5 minutes later, here he come driving past. Honk, honk. Ask me for my number. You have to be willing to walk away. When you're willing to walk away, good things gonna chase you.
Now, I can't give you guys all of my dark affirmations, but this is my favorite one that I say in the mirror, okay? Get ready. May anything sent with ill intent upgrade my beauty times 10. May anything sent with ill intent upgrade my beauty times 10.
May anything sent with ill intent upgrade my beauty times 10. Okay, bye.
Dark feminine energy. How to command attention without saying one word. Seduce with silence. When everyone's loud, the one who speaks sparingly becomes the most intriguing. Leave them wondering what's on your mind. You don't have to say everything. Move like you're rare. Imagine you're wearing $1 million gown, even if it's just t-shirt and jeans you're wearing. Confidence, not the outfit, makes heads turn. Don't explain, demonstrate. Telling people your plans, overrated. Show them with results. Let their jaws drop when you walk in with receipts. The eyes have it. Make direct eye contact, then look away as if you've already decided that the conversation is over. That momentary dismissal is intoxicating. Unpredictability is power. People crave predictability. It makes them comfortable. Keep them on their toes by changing the script whenever they think that they have you figured out. Compliment sparingly. A well-placed compliment by someone who rarely gives them is worth more than 1,000,000 forced words. Never beg, only command. If they can't step up, then they can step aside. You're not here to plead, you're here to lead. Turn your pain into presence. Dark feminine energy isn't about being sweet. It's about embracing the scars that made you fierce. Mastery over transparency. Don't spill all your secrets, leave a few locked away. My mom always said if you have 10 things, tell him 7. Let that fire shine through, even when you're smiling. Curiosity is the strongest form of seduction. Guard your heart, show your strength. Empathy is beautiful, but let them earn the right to see that softer side. Protect your peace first. Dark feminine energy isn't cruelty. It's commanding the room with silent confidence, showing depth without letting anyone measure it, and turning every glance in your direction into an invitation or a warning.
I'm not your enemy, I'm your hero. Cheer up. You should be happy I'm here. I'm showing you bitches how to do it.
Absolutely, because if you are a woman who is not connected to her dark feminine energy, you are not living in your full potential and you cannot be in your divine feminine energy. These are 4 qualities of a woman who is connected to her dark feminine energy. But plain and simple, this type of woman knows who she is, she understands her desires, and does not stop until she gets them, which she does effortlessly. Quality number 1, she understands the power of her absence. Rather than begging someone to change or holding on to their potential, she will leave. She's not scared to walk away from a situation that is no longer serving her because she understands that she can receive so much better somewhere else. Quality number 2, she takes extremely good care of herself, mentally and physically. Her makeup, her skincare, her style, her diet, her workout routine is always at a level 10. She loves and cares for herself so much that she's constantly leveling up and becoming her dream woman. Quality number 3, she prioritizes pleasure. Because she is very connected to her body, she can be very connected to her desires. Because of this, she can bring intimacy to a very powerful level. Last but not least, quality number 4 is she has very clear boundaries and knows how to communicate them. If someone crosses the line or disrespects her, she will speak her mind because she understands her needs come first and she does not fear upsetting someone or hurting their feelings. All of these qualities make a woman with her dark feminine energy very magnetic and very attractive, especially to highly masculine men. So if you want to connect to your divine feminine energy, you need to know how to balance both your light and your dark feminine energy. And along with this, you need to do inner work so that you are healed and ready to embrace your full feminine energy.
Stop asking for external validation. Your worth is not up for debate. Welcome to your villain era. You're not waiting for permission to take what's yours. You're showing up as your most unapologetic self, and you don't care who's watching. You're no longer the one who holds back. You let them wonder how you're doing it all. People might talk about you behind your back, but you're too busy building your empire, so you don't even hear it. Every setback is just fuel for the next big move. You're not here to play nice. You're not fighting for their approval. You're fighting for your own peace and your own success. Let them underestimate you. Watch them blink when you make your next big move because they will never see it coming. You left the good girl behind. Okay, it's time to rule your own kingdom and watch them all bow. Being liked is overrated. What matters now is being respected and being feared. The world does not need your apology for shining. You're supposed to shine. Your light is your superpower. The villain doesn't need permission to win. They take what's theirs, unapologetically. Step into your villain era. It's your time to dominate. Trust me, no one will be ready for it. Anywho, love you.
Your dark feminine energy, whatever that is, like black cat energy, is not making you sexy, is not making you feminine energy.
Let me tell you something. Normalize letting people know you're better than them. What you've been taught your whole entire life is be humble, be humble, be humble. Where has that gotten you in life? All you've gotten from that is what? Imposter syndrome? Feeling like you don't belong? Allowing people to treat like shit. If you actually sat and thought about it, wait, why am I tolerating this from you of all people? Like if you sit back, because we are programmed with this idea that, oh, we're all equal, but we're not. We're not all equal. My mom was the first person to tell me this. She said, not all 5 fingers are equal. You can't see it. We're not equal. Some people are, in fact, better than other people. And the worst part about it is that those who are better than other people get treated like shit by people who know that they're better than them. Do you get what I mean? Most of the people who are actually worth something in life are the ones who get treated like shit. And the ones that are getting treated like shit are busy trying to be humble because they think that that's the right thing to do. Fuck being humble. Look up the definition of the word humble. It means to be low, to be lowly, to be on the ground. How is that helping you in life at all? This sense of humility that was instilled in your head. I remember once, I will never forget this. My mom was sitting in a group. It was like a sort of a Rotary Club or whatever that she was in. And I was just watching, I was drawing, I was quite young. And this lady came at her and just started running her mouth. My mom let her talk. And when she was done talking, she said, let me tell you something. I'm better than you. In front of everybody, she said that. I was like, wow, that never left me. She proceeded to just, very honestly, just let her know why I'm better than you. But God damn, the woman didn't even have anything to say back to her. She just ate it. What are you going to say to that? I just had a conversation with my daughter. We just spent a weekend at her grandma's house for her grandma's 70th birthday. Her grandma is a chief. We had princes and chiefs and actual kings at her grandma's birthday party. And yet she was sitting here saying that when she goes to school, people are whispering her name and talking shit about her. I said, because you're 6'1" and you're fucking gorgeous. Why do they know your name? You just moved there. Everybody knows your name and they're whispering about you. Why is your brain focusing on that and not all of the people at grandma's birthday party telling you how gorgeous you are? I said there's something called the negativity bias. It's when the human brain will focus more on the negative than the positive. And that's what we've had instilled in our brain. So focus on the bad things. To focus on the things that make us low. I don't know why that's the default setting on the human fucking brain. That's another conversation, but work on that. Shift your focus away from all the things that you think are wrong with you and focus on all the things that make you actually superior. Is that word a bad word, the S word? It's true, say it, own it. Some people you are actually better than. And the way you know you're better than them is how they treat you. It's not the ones that treat you well. It's the ones that are disrespectful to you. It's because they're trying to bring you down. No one's trying to bring you down if they don't already see you above them. I know you've heard this expression before, but you really need to sit with it. Because you'll find yourself in situations that you have no business being in because you are sitting here walking around acting like you're just like everybody else when you know damn well you're not. You think the people who run things are walking around with an inferiority complex? They feel like they deserve that shit. While you're over here with a false sense of inferiority. Why? Sometimes you gotta just let them know, like, hey, even if you don't want to vocalize it, know it in your head and move accordingly. Even God does not make all beings equal. Look around you. Some people are just better than other people. Own it.
Simple rule is don't say yes to a thing that you don't want to be asked to do again.
Oh my God. First of all, if you have never seen her content, Patrick Star, I need you to get from under that rock and go binge because she just makes such amazing and insightful content. It's helped me as a therapist. It helps me on my healing journey, and I'm sure it'll help you too. She dropped so many gems, but I want to focus on this spliced out version right here. So in this video, she's talking about boundaries and talking about how specificity is super important because our soul's mission, our individual purpose is very specific and very tailored to you. What I'm meant to do is not what you're meant to do, and what you're meant to do is not what I'm meant to do, right? But this piece here where she said, don't say yes to something that you don't want to be asked to do again or say yes to again. the way I had to clutch my invisible pearls. What this is helping me do is take accountability for myself. And it's helping me realize that what I accept is what will continue. Now, I want you to consider this, right? If you stay late at work because your boss asked you to, despite not really wanting to, you got to realize that saying yes means that this person is going to expect you to do it again the next time they need you to. And it's amazing and really like mind-blowing to think that the universe acts in the same way. So if the universe sends you some dusty, crusty boo thing and you're like, damn, they rough around the edges, but I could deal with her or I could deal with him, and you say yes, well, the universe is gonna be like, bet, I know your type. You just said yes to that. I know exactly what you'll say yes to next. What if that's the way that worked for real? What if every decision you made from here on out, you started to ask yourself, would I say yes to this 1,000 times over? And don't you think about marriage proposals when people are like, will you marry me? And they're like, yes, 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 and 100 times yes. I want to treat life like that. If I can't say yes 100 times in a row to something, that must mean I'm saying yes because I'm kind of fearful I won't get another opportunity to say yes to something else, or I might have to wait for my yes and all this other stuff. It is making me think about really feeling solid in what I'm doing and who I'm dating and the things that I choose to sign up for. Because if I wouldn't sign up for this 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row, why am I signing up for it in the first place? This is reminding me how important it is to be vocal, because the more we let shit slide like a little electric slide, like a little 1-2 step. First of all, slides are on playgrounds. I am not here to play, and we should not play when it comes to our boundaries. We should not play when it comes to our expectations, when it comes to how people treat us, when it comes to how things flow in and out of our lives. We stop letting shit slide. Speak up. Tell people how you feel, because if you don't, you're saying yes to however they're treating you. And if you don't like it, it's going to continue until you do something about it. Love you. Check out Cece. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay in tune with new posted content. Remember to rise higher, shine brighter, and remember your soul has wings. See you in the next video. Ashley.